Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your June 2025 psychic prediction for love. I can't believe it's June. We're going to ask Spirit and my spirit guides for some evidence and some clues with some charms and some initials today, some fully channeled messages, what's coming to you, what is going on around you with loving energy. Please use these readings to manifest a love that you are worthy of or to confirm a love that has come into your life recently. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that was newly guided here. Very grateful. Let's call in our spirit guides now. Spirit, if you can please share with me loving messages for my sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Aries, what is it that you want them to know? I am listening for you now. I have fallen fast. Ooh, we like that. Love happens quickly. Don't lose yourself in the process. I mean, sometimes it's just fun, right? It's just fun to kind of take that period of time and say, I'm not going to fight this. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to enjoy it. So if it is happening to you or is about to happen to you, they're saying it's part of the divine plan. And this is how it's supposed to unfold. That this is what you guys had signed up for in your soul contract. We're going to meet each other. We're going to fall in love with each other. And I guess we're never going to look back is how I feel. Like, once we find each other, we're just going to keep kind of focusing on ourselves and moving forward. Beautiful. I have passion. Keeping the flame of passion alive. It's the heartbeat of love. Obviously, it's going to be a passionate connection if we're falling fast. But I also feel that this is one of those connections that I don't think I'll ever fall out of love with you. And I'm a little bit jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very much in love with my husband. You guys know that. This feeling of some people are so lucky that they stay in love. They don't look at anybody else ever. They keep that connection alive. And they could have met when they were 16 years old and now they're 70 and they're still like teenagers. They're still in love with each other and you can tell. So that's how I feel this is unfolding. It's really sweet. Spirit, please share with me. I have a mountain, obstacles, challenges. We are going to go through some obstacles together is how that came into me. It's a little bit of a partner in crime energy. It's a little bit of I don't have to do it by myself anymore. And yeah, life is hard. Life happens. But I also feel like I have a partner to do it with. So whatever obstacles come in, and it's really just nothing major. It's more of just life happens, that we'll just do it together. I don't feel like we have major obstacles to be together. I have a key. That came into me more as I have the number 33 and 21 in this card. It did come into me as a new home. It did come into me as a new home. So we may decide that we want to live together in a very short period of time. Spirit's saying, but we're both adults. We both know what we're getting into. We both know that chances are this isn't going to fade, is how they're saying. So I feel like we make a decision to be together very soon, whether it's 6 months, a year, or less. And we just kind of bite the bullet and say, well, we're going to be together. Let's just do it now. Maybe somebody's lease is up, or it doesn't make sense to be paying for 2 houses when we're basically sleeping in the same house every night with each other. And we want to be together, Spirit said. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have a 4 Cups. I have a Page of Pentacles. And I have a 4 Pentacles. So the 4s are coming into me as somebody's struggling with security, wanting to make sure they're making the right decision, wanting to make sure that things are going to work out, something like that. I don't think that that's something that other people, I think that everybody would go through something like that, especially if it's happening fast, because you get caught up in the romance, you get caught up in the emotion, you get caught up in the good time. And part of you starts to think that it's too good to be true. But I feel like over time with this Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, that the more time we have with each other, those feelings go away and we start to feel more secure in this connection. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be financial security. It can be emotional security as well. But I am going to put just the element of time. So the more time I have into it, the more secure I feel with you, the more I know you, the closer I feel to you. I trust you more. I trust you're not going anymore. I've learned a lot about you in a short period of time. Everything that so far that you've said to me has proven to be true. You know, so this sense of security is just going to get stronger with time. So maybe in the beginning we struggle with, oh God, I hope I'm making the right choice. But yeah, there's no looking back. Spirit just said that a little bit of fearlessness, my Aries. I have a 9 of Cups. I have a 7 of Wands. I have an Emperor. And I have a 10 of Wands. I feel like you have somebody coming into your energy that has worked for everything that they have. Either they put themselves through school, they built a business from scratch with no help. Nothing has been handed to them. And I feel like that's what you admire about them, that you know that it couldn't have been easy. You know that where they are today, because they're an Emperor and a 9 of Cups, where they are today had to have taken tremendous effort, tremendous, worth ethic, showing up, doing the work. But they've turned themselves into some kind of success. And they have a very beautiful life that they've created for themselves. They don't have you yet, but I would say that, or you're just coming into their life, but I will say that they have a life that they're proud of, that they respect, that other people respect. They could have a beautiful home, money in the bank. They're using the word prestigious. So there is a sense of elevated wealth or income. And I feel that this person, like I said, has a very they've created a life for themselves that they're happy with. But there's one missing piece, and the piece is you. But the wealth is through hard work. Nothing was handed to this person. So I feel like that's something, yeah, bottom of the deck, I have an 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, they're going to share with you that, how I started. I worked 3 jobs to get myself through college. I still have student loans, but I'm okay, whatever it is. But it's a feeling of, I did it. I think you're going to be really proud of that person for this reason. I feel that there's something about that kind of journey that you look at somebody and say, yeah, this is somebody who isn't ever going to drop the ball. This is somebody who's always going to show up for life, no matter what the obstacle is, no matter what the hurdle is, and they'll show up for life, to be by your side. Spirit, can I have some initials, some First initials, last initials. Maybe we'll spell our name. Maybe we, I love this Emperor feeling. I have an M. I have a C. F. An A. Z. I have a D. F. The letter S. H. I have an F. Z. R. I have an E. B. T. B. Letter P. Q. And a letter E. Now, some of you definitely could feel like you're connecting to that. You could say, oh, yeah, that's my person. So let me know in the comments. I always like to hear that. Spirit, tell me more about their personality or traits or anything I should be looking for, some clues, confirmation, evidence. Red sneakers, red shoes, red flip-flops. I have long hair on the top, short on the sides, maybe curls on the top. I have dark hair. They have a shadow. They may need to shave a couple times a day or have to shave every day if they shave. Their favorite holiday is Halloween. If you were to ask them, what do you like to decorate? What's your favorite? I have a birthmark. I feel like the birthmark isn't somewhere where you can see it unless they're naked. And it's almost like a joke, you know, like, where do you want to see my birthmark? So I feel like it's a joke that they have a birthmark. I have a law degree. Maybe they put themselves through law school. Maybe they're an attorney. They're connected to law enforcement, court systems. I have somebody is a junk food junkie. I have t-shirts. I love wearing t-shirts. I wear t-shirts all the time when I can. Loves music. I feel like they have a music collection. I would say somebody who has like an album collection, like years of albums or something like that. Somebody likes hair products, good quality shampoos. Lives alone, has a beautiful home. I have rich. Who's this wealthy person? Who's this wealthy emperor? They sleep late when they can. They have a tattoo and they're in shape, masculine energy. They have broad shoulders, upper body strength, something like that. And at the bottom of the deck, I have a beard for masculine energy. So we could have somebody who has like a facial hair, maybe a goatee, or they have trimmed, you know, really nice trimmed facial hair, something like that. Spirit, please share with me. I have a King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I have Strength. I have a Page of Wands. And I have a Seven of Wands. I really feel like this person fell for you right from the beginning with this page. And it was very much a feeling of, I don't want to give up on this connection. I don't want to drop the ball. I see you as somebody that is at the same level as me, my partner, my equal. So they could have been having a hard time finding somebody that they, because they're self-made, Spirit just said, they wanted to be with somebody that, not that you needed to be self-made, but that everything wasn't just handed to you either. You know, whether you have student loans or whether you work a full-time job, you work part-time, you know, so they don't want to be with somebody who's just expecting to be taken care of. So there's a sense of, I want my equal. I want this independence with this Queen of Cups. So they Queen of Pentacles, this King of Cups loves this independent, strong, financially secure, good job, good head on your shoulders person. And this king wants to give whatever they can to somebody, but they don't want to have to give, if that makes sense. They don't want somebody who's needy, would be a good way for me to say it. They want somebody who would be grateful to have, you know, a lifestyle that both of you guys can create, but not somebody who just expects it or who wants it handed to them. Like that turns them off. So they are going to be attracted to your strength. They're saying they're going to be attracted to your, they're saying get up and go. So you probably have a lot of ambition as well in different areas of your life. Okay, what else, Spirit? I have a 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very confident. You're confident, you're secure. And this person is an Emperor. They're self-made. I have a 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and I have a Justice card. I don't want you to worry about a commitment. I don't want you to worry about, am I ever going to find the person who, you know, is going to marry me someday? Because you may decide that that's not that important with the right person too. You may say, living together is really what I want. I just want to share my life with you. And there's maybe no reason to get married, you know, that we have separate finances or we already have our children with other people, you know, so there could be no reason to get married either. But Spirit's saying don't worry about that right now, because it's more of a sense of it's going to be fair and there could be a commitment in the future is really how it's coming into me. So, but they don't want you to be thinking about that right now is how I feel. I feel like this Emperor, I don't feel like this, I feel like this Emperor is worth a lot. I don't know if they've built up a business that's worth millions. They maybe, you know, sometimes those types of people, you know, they don't want to be married just for business purposes, or they have a prenup or something like that. But this person could be worth a lot. And, you know, they might be hesitant for a while to be in a legal commitment with somebody because of that. But that's okay. You don't need them. You're independent. I've got, let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I've got some dice here. These are some runes with some numbers. And I'm just going to see if they've got some numbers that connect to you in your person or new numbers coming in. The number 5 could be May, born in May, 5 days, 5th of the month. Number 4, April. I have 54, could be an age. I have a number 6. There's my June, 6 weeks. I have a, what is this? An 06. That almost felt like 2006, the year 2006, if that has meaning to anybody. Somebody was born in 2006. Somebody got married for the first time in 2006. I have 222, angel number. I have another 444, and I have a number 14. So those numbers may connect to some of you. Okay, so let me know. Just to grab a handful of numbers every once in a while. 222, angel number. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. So I think you have a self-made person, and this person wants to invite you into their house and home, have a home with you, treat you right. Okay, let's see. What is this guy? A Capricorn energy. Capricorn. I have a Virgo. I have a number 6. Nope, I have a number 9. Upside down. Number 9. September? 9 weeks, 9 days, 9 hours. Okay. Let me see what I'm feeling. Okay, so I have a pair of scissors. Yeah, I'm going to say cutting all ties. I feel like it's more of a conversation heading into this because it happens really fast. I feel like it's just a conversation about, are you sure that you're not attached to anybody? Are you sure that you don't have feelings for your ex? Are you sure that if they showed up on the door, you wouldn't go back to them? You know, so I just feel like it's more of we have to have that conversation because it's moving very quickly. And I don't want to be caught off guard. I don't want to be, they wake up and say, I just realized I still have feelings for someone else too, you know. So I feel like it's more of a conversation. I have a unicorn and I have a fairy on a moon. So I'm going to put these two together because it just feels like wishful thinking. It just feels that this is what I've been hoping for. This is what I have been wanting. I always knew I was going to meet somebody that was substantial, is how I feel. Substantial to me, because you're substantial. If you have really, really high value and really high worth, that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract your equal. So you want to keep that in mind. And I have this crown. So this person sees you as, you know, if you want to, I always say, if you want a king, you've got to be a queen. If you want a queen, you got to be a king. So you've got to attract that, you know, or queen, king. It doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's this feeling of, I'm up here. I'm up here with my values. I'm up here with my energy. And that's what I'm going to attract. I'm going to attract this really high quality emperor. Because you're high quality. That's how you have to think. I have a cup, but I always see this particular charm as an ace of cups. So it's overflowing with emotion. And I also feel like it's a specialty cup. I mean, it's got like, it looks like a wine glass to me, but it almost felt like, I'm going to do this. I've got a key, a cup, and a house. It felt like that they buy, first of all, I feel like they buy you or have made a key to their house. And I feel like they go out and buy you a mug that is like going to be your coffee mug as kind of a welcoming gift. And it's just sweet because it's like the first thing in the house that's yours. And they went out of the way to pick something that maybe it's got a little saying on it, or maybe it's something that has meaning to you, but it's definitely your coffee mug is how I feel. And I just feel like it's their way of saying, my house is your house and I want you here. And I know it sounds silly with just a coffee mug, but it's the first thing that is brought into the house that's going to be yours. But it represents more. It represents that they want you here. So that feels good. That feels nice. I have a flower, but it came into me as flower gardens. This house may have flower beds. It may have a beautiful backyard that has beautiful perennial beds, something like that. And this person might enjoy the yard or have somebody take care of the yard is how I feel. So this is so beautiful flower beds. I have a seashell near the water. I want to be on the water. I always dreamed of being on the water. And I have a trip to Paris. So I do feel like we're going to travel. I will say that. I'll say that we will travel together. Okay, so gorgeous. Who is this? Who is this millionaire? I want to know, who's this millionaire that sees you as high value? That's the most important part, is that just remember they're attracted to you also. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I have spontaneous gifts. That I would believe in a heartbeat. This person likes to buy you things, have things sent to your house, have flowers sent to your office. I have sexy lingerie. I am totally turned on by you. We have great chemistry, something like that. I have weekend getaways to romantic. How about a romantic weekend away? Let me take you away. I want to take classes. Maybe we take dance classes together, or we take exercise classes. We take pickleball classes. We take golf lessons. So maybe there's something in the future that we want to learn, but so that it's something that we can do together. I have trying new recipes. I like to cook. I like to bake. I'm not a good cook, but I'm a great baker. I love this big kitchen that you have. I can't wait to use this big kitchen. Going out for coffee dates, definitely coffee drinkers, because I felt the mug. A little bit of somebody gets up much earlier than the other person and gets the coffee going, and they love that. So we've got somebody who sleeps in, and the other one gets the coffee going. So when they first get up, the coffee's there. So that's nice. That's a treat. I have game night. I don't know if we play games. They said if we play games, it would be more along the lines of like a Scrabble or like a backgammon, something like that. It's kind of like a very traditional game that's always kind of out, that every once in a while we'll play it. So maybe some of you like to play games. Okay, poker. Not that you play poker with each other, but maybe one of you likes to play cards. Spirit, loving messages. What are the loving messages? My emotions for you are running deep. I feel like we fell in love very quickly. I feel like we're both adults. We made up our mind very quickly that we want to be together. I feel that with enough time under our belt, we got that security that we needed, that we felt like we're not making a mistake. And I feel like there's no looking back. I know that sounds too easy, but that's how it's unfolding. You are my light in my darkest times. I want you by my side. Sometimes people have it all. Sometimes people have money. They have a beautiful home. They have success. But what they don't have is you. They don't have the love of their life next to them. They don't have somebody to wake up and have a cup of coffee with in the morning. So none of those other things really matter if you don't have anybody to share it with. You're going to work your whole life. You can't take it with you. So you're going to work and work and work to have all these things. They'd rather go away for the weekend. They're glad that they have the And they're saying the luxury of being able to afford to do some of these things. I will be there by your side when you're ready. Almost this feeling of I'm waiting for you. I'm searching for you. My emotions for you are still there. The soulmate energy. You are my total world. This feeling of I invite you into my home. I invite you, I buy you a coffee cup. I love that. I get you a key made to the house. I want you to be with me. I want you to move in. I want you to give up your apartment and live here with me. Make this your home, they had said. So I do feel like it's a huge life-changing period in your life. But I also feel like for all the right reasons, which is really nice. Maybe it's just like perfect timing. So we're going to put this out into the universe. How gorgeous. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Claim it, own it, it's yours. Check out my other two channels, my YouTube channel and my two YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel for some additional readings. I'll put the links in the description. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com. Have a great June. We'll see you all again real soon.